What is up, guys? It is Drew from Cosmic Moonwalks, and today I owe you guys an apology. I have not uploaded in a month, and it's not like there are hundreds of people waiting on me to post, but I promised a couple of things that I did not deliver on. And some people are like, man, it's not that big a deal. No, I made a commitment and I did not stick to my commitment. So sorry for that. We'll try to make sure it doesn't happen anymore. How do I get out of here? I just dropped off my combo. It is 85, 86 degrees out here. Complete cloud coverage because it's like 190% chance of rain, and I'm still sweating like a dog, and I cannot stop sweating. I've always been a heavy sweater, but today's video is gonna be short and sweet. I'm gonna try to keep it under 10 minutes. We got two parts of the video that we're gonna get to. The first part is going to be a little update on the business, a little vlog update. The second part is going to be I'm trying to keep it around 5 minutes. It's gonna be three things I wish I could tell myself 4 months ago before I got started with everything. So the two of those things I think are going to come in handy for you guys. One of them is a bit more on the personal side for me. It can still apply. It's still applicable, whichever you want to say. And some other aspects, maybe just not the specific area in which I'm talking. But the general idea, I think, can also go to you guys as well. So, vlog update. We have surpassed 10,000 in sales. We hit that around the 6-week mark. It's tough for me to know if that's good, bad, or ugly because I don't have a benchmark. I don't have a baseline to compare it to. But I think it's pretty good. I think it can give it in the context of the scale that we're at and what I can do, because this is for the most part a one-man show. It's not entirely a one-man show. My wife puts in a lot of work too. But I would say 80 to 85% of everything with our business comes through me, which is great because that's exactly what I signed up for. I'm trying to keep this camera where I'm like in the center. So when you factor in scale and the what we have to the amount that we're doing, I think we're pretty good. I think we're above average. It could always be better. Everything can always be better, but it could definitely be a lot worse as well. So I think we're doing pretty good. I have no clue where I am right now. I really don't have the slightest clue as to where I am. This part of this area in H-Town. Wait, no, check that. I know exactly where I am. Yes, I know exactly where I am. Okay, I just saw, it's not even a landmark, it's this food truck. That food truck's amazing. So I've heard. I actually haven't been there, but I hear a lot of good things about it. I haven't heard shit. I just like hyping up small businesses. Anyways, vlog update. We've surpassed 10,000 of sales. We've done a good job. 4th of July weekend is such a letdown because there's 320% chance of rain every single day. And I was hoping it would be more like Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day weekend was my first big test to see if I could handle this. We had 10 or 11 bookings over 4 days, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but but it was for me, because like I said, that was my first big day, first big test, etc. Let me take a sip of this cold coffee. I'm still trying to decide if I like warm coffee or iced coffee better. I think it just depends on my mood that day. But no, I think we're doing great. The big question is do we want to buy another water slide? And the answer is always yes. I would love to have another water slide. The problem is you can't. I'm not buying from China. I bleed red, white, and blue. I am that person. I am a patriot. I love my country, and that's who I am. I refuse to buy from China, and that's just across the board. Not just China. I try to only buy American where I can, as much as I can, but especially China, because you got a lot of crazy stuff going on over there. But that's for a different video. So anyways, buying a water slide, the problem is the turnaround time. It's going to take a minimum of 9 weeks. So in 9 weeks, am I even going to need a water slide? Probably not, because in 9 weeks we're getting to the end of August. Actually, now we'd be in September. When we were looking to buy another water slide, it would have been the end of August. So now we're going to be in September. So it's like, why am I buying this? I'm not going to see return on investment for this season. It seems like I'm just sinking more capital that I really don't have right now into something that I'm going to have to wait till next season to do. When I could wait, still trying to decide what I want to do in the off season. If I want to go back to work, or if I want to, maybe go to school. I'm still trying to figure that out, what I want to do. Because obviously, as much as I'd like this to be a year-round thing, I would say 90% of the market is for combos and water slides, and people don't buy water slides in the middle of January. So still got to figure that out. That's okay though. So yeah, it didn't really make sense to buy the water slides. The only exception was, and I don't name names, and you guys are about to see what I'm talking about. I'm not the person who's going to go on social media and completely dog somebody. That's not who I am. That's not how I run my business. That's not how I'm going to represent my business. So you will never see me downing another business, even if that person that business is at fault, or they leave a lot to be desired, or even in the event that they don't advertise, or that they don't come through with what they advertise, which is what we're going to get into here shortly when we get to the second part of the video. Oh, I'm on 6 minutes already. Okay, no, I really need to go ahead and snip this in the bud. But the only other place that we could have bought water slides from and got them here in a timely manner was Company A. Now, on some of the Facebook groups, you can find them if you go on there. It wouldn't be all that hard to find who I'm talking about, but I'm not going to be the one to do that. This company advertised water slides as brand new. When someone purchased them and received them and were inspecting them upon receiving, I guess that's the proper term. Upon receiving, they inspected it. There was a patch that was presumably over a hole in the bottom of the water slide. That's not how I do business. If I'm selling something, and I know it has a hole in it, I'm not going to sell it as new, especially the water slide prices that are outrageous right now. Everything's marked up like 20-30%. That is very bad, a very bad way to do business, and some would even call it fraud. I think it actually is fraud, because if you're advertising something as new and you're selling it, and it's not new and it's been repaired, that's called used. That's called refurbished. That is not new. So when you advertise that it's new and then you charge them a surcharged rate because the demand is so high, that constitutes fraud. So I really hope that company chooses to make amends and not do that anymore, because that is very bad for your business if the wrong person were to find out. So, I'm not saying names, but when I read that, I was heated, because if that would have been me, I would have gotten in my truck and drove to Florida. I'm not joking. I would have caught the next flight out, and I want to know who knew about this and still sent it out. That's what I want to know. That would have been me. So anyways, kind of went on a rant. That's the vlog update. That's where we are. We're not buying any more water slides because financially it doesn't make sense right now. It would make more sense to wait and buy them for in the off season for next year. But other than that, business is doing great. We're getting tons of inquiries. People don't like our prices. I'm sorry. That's what they are. We keep our stuff almost cursed. We keep our stuff insured. We keep our stuff inspected. We follow all the rules and regulations that we're supposed to. And I don't care if Pedro or Peter from down the street rents out an 80-foot water slide for $80. I am not going to do that. I will run this company into the ground before I try to undercut and not participate in the spirit of good business. So that's where we are with that. And some people, I'm sure, like, dude, it's not that serious. To me, it is that serious. Things like this happen. They are allowed to happen because people do not take a stand, because people are like, whatever. There are so many problems that go on, and I'm not going on another tangent, but a lot of things are the way they are a lot of things are the way that they are because too many people shrug it off. They're afraid to say something, or they just plain don't care. And that's, when you do that, you create an environment which is bad for everybody, and that's as far as I'm going to go with that. So, moving on to the 3 things I would go back and tell myself to do different 4 months ago. Okay, now we're at 10 minutes. I really got to make this short. The first thing is I would buy more water slides right off the bat. I love my 5-in-1. It's great. Me personally, it's a great unit. I love it. The problem is it does not rent out. It is a unit that I have to push, that I have to sell for 9 times out of 10, someone who's trying to get something last minute, and that's all I have available. My 5-in-1 has a slide, mini obstacle course, and a basketball goal on the inside. It's a 17 by 17. Great unit. Does not rent out very often. So, and it was the same price, if not more expensive, than what I could have gotten an 18-foot water slide for. So, I really wish I would have traded that one out for a water slide and bought another water slide. So I have 2 dry units and 2 wet units now. The wet units are a combo and a water slide. I wish I would have started out with 3 water slides, 1 or 2 combos, and then the standard 13 by 13. I might have even replaced the 13 by 13 with another combo. So 3 water slides and 3 combos, but that's a story for another day. So that's number 1. Number 2, again, I'm not naming names, and I've already taken the Instagram post down of this person I did business with, so I don't really think there's a way that someone could go back and find the person who I'm talking about. But getting back to what I kind of said earlier about, I don't remember specifically what I said. Ooh, I can make it right here. But I said we're going to get into later. About the advertising. So there on Facebook Marketplace, there was a welder. He makes trailers. He advertises that he can have a custom trailer done in a week. Great. That was right up my alley. It was exactly what I was looking for. We talked. I paid a deposit. Boom. I'm not going to go into all the details. I'll go into one detail, which I will cede a little ground to him. It was almost a month before I actually got my trailer, which in reality isn't that big a problem, but it does kind of suck that that's where you're advertising and it's a month until I get it. The part that I'm seceding to him is that for 10 days straight, it did rain cats and dogs. And I come from a construction background. I know you can't weld in rain unless you're in a shop. But then again, I would go back to stop advertising that you're going to have it done in a week if it's going to take you a month to get it done. Because there were also a couple times, and I said I wasn't going to go into it, but now I am, because now I'm starting to get a little pissed off. There were a couple times when I asked them, like, hey, what's going on? Oh, your tires aren't in. Okay, well, we're waiting on the tires, which is kind of weird to me. I can go to Walmart or Discount Tire or Firestone right now and buy 4 tires, right? Or I can order the tires through them. I'm sure that they don't carry a lot of trailer tires, which is fine. But I'm sure I can get them here a lot faster than what you're telling me it's going to take them to get here. Another thing is a few days later, or maybe it was even a few days before, because I don't remember, because there were so many parts of this whole dilemma that really just ticked me off. We'll have it done. I'm going out of town this weekend. I'm not gonna be home, so it's actually gonna be next week when I can get it to you. That really pisses me off, because I'm making expectations. I'm planning for my business based on what you're telling me, and now I have to scramble Thursday night trying to get a trailer for Friday to make sure that it's I'm not going out of my way having to go all the way to fucking Huffman to get a 5x9 trailer. The ramp. As you can see, I'm starting to get a little pissed off, so let me start to back off a little bit. I couldn't have done anything more, I don't think, because it's like, how do I prevent this from happening next time? Okay, well, maybe do a little more research on the person. But the problem is that we did do research on the person. His trailers looked awesome. His trailers looked great. He was featured on other Instagram posts, other Instagram pages that had a few thousand double-digit followers, right? So there was nothing that told me that this person wasn't someone that would be a good idea to not do business with, right? All the indicators were that this would be a good deal to do, everything. And it was only after we started the process that little flags started popping up. Oh, I can't get to it. Oh, the tires aren't here. It got delivered. Oh, one of the hubcaps fell off. 3 days after having it. Ooh, 3 days after having it, my A-frame, for those who don't know what an A-frame is, an A-frame is a triangular part of the trailer that's at the front that connects the square or the rectangular part of the trailer to your truck. That has 4 welds on it. 2 of those welds broke. My trailer was doing this on the way home. Thankfully, I wasn't dropping off and I didn't have a bunch of weight to where it broke the other welds, thankfully. But again, my welds broke on my trailer. That's like you're a mechanic and you tell your customer their car is fixed, and they get 2 or 3 days 2 or 3 days after you give them back the car, the engine falls off. That's pretty much the equivalent to what happened to me with that. I had to limp that trailer home. So that really sucked. So where this applies to you guys, again, I went on another rant and I really need to stop doing that. I would say be prepared for the unknown. Always have a plan B and a plan C and a plan D, which I did. It's not that big. Like, it was a big deal when the welds broke because I was in the middle of town, and that really could have got sideways real fast. I could have hit a car, someone could have got hurt, someone could have died. Who knows? Right? So that's a whole other little issue. But always have a plan B, plan C, and plan D in place for pretty much everything. And you don't have to put a whole lot of thought into it. It's okay. What happens if this trailer gets flat? All right, I need to run home. I know that. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up trailers right now from U-Haul. I'm gonna see what's available, so that way I know right now that I have the time. If something happens to my trailer, I can call U-Haul up real quick, or I can just pop on the app. I'm gonna reserve this trailer, take my trailer home, limp it home, then go grab that trailer and keep moving. You might lose an hour, but it's a lot better than losing a ton of money because you didn't have a plan B or plan C or plan D, whatever. So that was thing number 2. 16 minutes, good God, Drew. Thing C, and now I cannot remember for the life of me what it was. I'm sorry, I've given it like a whole minute worth of thinking. I cannot remember what that last part was. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here because again we're getting on 17 minutes. You guys have any questions, comments, let me know. For some reason my comments were turned off on YouTube. I guess just because I said that the videos are safe for kids or whatever, so it automatically turns off comments. Like, I mean, I get it, because that's how weird stuff goes on. Yeah, I don't want to get into that. But that was kind of, like, the only reason I found out is because somebody was nice enough to find my Instagram page and message me. Like, hey, man, your comments are off on your video. Like, I would really like to leave a comment. Like, well, shit, dude, I didn't know. Like, first, I mean, obviously that's on me. That's something I should know. But I was like, I've posted it to YouTube before, and that was never the case. But anyways, so if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh, I'm going to post a video of how to roll up a curved water slide. We fought with that thing for like 3 weeks before we finally were able to get a good enough method to fold it up. So be on the lookout for that if you guys have curved water slides. Thank you very much for getting this far with me. We're approaching 18 minutes. I hope you guys have a great weekend, great 4th of July. Please remember why we can celebrate the 4th of July. Please remember all the freedoms and liberties we have and why we have them. Thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend and peace!